can I help you?
Welcome to Tyrion's Rest.
staring at me? I'm not doing anything strange. You're the outsider here. I worked in my uncle's granary. I hated it, but I guess that doesn't matter now. I'll take the little gold I have left and start my own business. Someplace safe, I hope. I'm just here. What do you want me to say? My farm was burned just like everyone else's. They had farms in Culm, right? They aren't so scary. People round here are just bitter because the Tuatha destroyed their lives. I guess it's mostly a matter of perspective. Tuatha? Are you mad? The only thing I know about the Tuatha is how they killed my cousins and put my granary to the torch. Who told you? Was it Froma? I knew she was weak. I need the gold, okay? The Tuatha took everything. The least I can do is take their money. Listen, spare me and I'll leave. Disappear. Just go where they can never find me. That's a promise. Goodbye.
I saw you coming. Hope you'd visit. Just about mad with worry. What with the freemen roaming the hills and caverns. Tell me, child, have you noticed a young woman about? She's quite fair, with red hair, a tattoo like mine across her cheek. It's been 3 days. Their campfires burn all through the night and cast unsettling shadows. They're the worst kind of bandits. Those who don't kill for excess, but for necessity. I am no one. Everything that defined me, my livelihood, my family, my home, all of them were left ash by the Tuatha. Lyra is my life now. None of us wish to be without a roof over our heads, begging for our meals from any man or woman who passes us by. It's not what any of us planned. It was fate. My newfound love, and the only person I have. Everyone, my wife, my son, my grandchildren, all of them were killed in the attacks. Nothing remains but Lyra. She and several of her friends went in search of a better place to make our camp. This wretched sun takes its toll, doesn't it? But they never returned, and I worry. Would you do an old man this one kindness? Would you help me find her? Thank you. I am not rich, not anymore. But what I have left to give is yours. It means nothing without my love. Lyra went in search of refuge in Orieator's tomb. A better place than this desolate cliff. I would try the cemetery on the hill where they buried all the old war heroes. She resisted my advances at first. Tried to use our differences in age to deny the connection. But in the end, fate played its beautiful hand. We began as friends. I was the hunter and she was my apprentice. But her skills quickly surpassed my own. She is a gifted woman, a true wonder. A fitting memorial for a great man. He saved our people from complete destruction. If I had the strength, I would climb that hill and pay my respects. She and her friends were crawling all over the hill near Orieator's tomb. Not exactly the way to show respect, but she meant well. Goodbye and good luck.
I knew someone would come. They all said we were as good as dead, but I held out hope. I don't know why. Never had any reason to hope before. So what's your story? Grave robber? Treasure hunter? Or like us, a refugee in search of shelter? You did? Well, here I was about to start complaining about them. We've been trapped down here for days, unable to get past those blades, and you simply walk in and disable them, just like that. I'm impressed. I'll say thanks, but the person you're really going to want to talk to is Oma. He'd move mountains to find me. Come along now. The others are waiting back at camp. The name fits. We didn't have an easy life when we farmed the fields below Kulm, but it was nothing like this. If the bandits don't get you, the starvation will. Oma Vogard was Kulm's primary hunter, but it wasn't long after the Tuatha attacked that his hands gave out. Now he can't even hold a bow without shaking. I took over his job, and his heart. I tend to stalk my prey as opposed to shoot it. Something about looking it in the eye before it dies. There's respect in that. He is my beloved. Yes, there is a difference in our ages, but I believe that Omar's experiences have given him a lust for life, one to rival a man with half his years. I don't know much about Orieator, but what they taught in the village schoolhouse, before it was burned down. He was a war hero. Gather for fields, I'd gather. We probably could have sought refuge in Mathir, but there is no way the Dokkalfar would have allowed us to stay. But if we don't belong there, where do we belong? Bye.
We've been here for days, and I can't take much more. Our savior! Thank the gods!
welcome sight. A minute more and I'd be joining our friends on the hill here. Thanks for the assistance. I just figured everyone out here in the Forsaken Plain was either a refugee or one of the freemen. Looks like I was wrong. I don't mind it as much as most, but I was raised in Tyr, so I can handle the heat. Can't stand the bandits, though. It's impossible to get a decent night's sleep. You've got to watch your step in the Forsaken Plain, for every cave holds a bandit. Every refugee might be a cheat out to swindle us all. The freemen are especially fierce, for they're fighting not for the take, but for their very survival. Not so different than you or I, they are. Actually, I'm a bit ashamed to say. I'm searching for a grave, but not just any grave. The last resting place of Azo Raymond, richest of the Tuili merchants. They say he died early in the march west, claimed by the Forsaken Plain. Rumor has it he's buried with the famous rings of Azo. I could live a year on those. I'm glad to hear it. There's plenty of ground to cover between here and Rathir to the north, and another pair of eyes will be a huge advantage. Most of the graves are along the refugee route, usually surrounded by crude markings or gestures left by loved ones. It's a pity they couldn't do more. I heard Azo profited greatly from the war in the east, but that he was forced from his home when the Tuatha plundered Erethel. He moved west with the refugees. But the Forsaken Plain is no place for fat, wealthy merchants. They say he died quickly, with not a soul to mourn him. I'm a refugee, like the others in the tents. It's a desperate place. People will do anything to see the next morning. Steal, kill, you name it. Not all of us are from the village of Kulm. We come from all along the Tuili coast. Farmers and merchants, veterans and scholars. The Tuatha have put our possessions to the flame, but we will never accept defeat. Not so long as leaders like Lord Crass and Elrod Edmund act as our standard bearers. If I knew, I wouldn't be hiking all over this hill, reading names on worn gravestones. With my luck, it's on the other side of the Forsaken Plain. Bye.
Get a load of this.
I knew I could count on you to bring her back. I could see it in your eyes. A spark of recognition. You have a love too. Or did at one point, you know. There is no thanks worthy of this deed. But you were entitled to something. I was a hunter once. Those days are finished. Yours, it seems, are just beginning. Goodbye.
What?
Remarkable. The treasures of Culm. They are more beautiful than I remember. This is truly an achievement, one that will shape the days to come, I promise you. You will have it, as you deserve something equal to the great service you have done me and the refugees. I have acquired many tools and weapons during this long journey west. I have set them aside to use in constructing New Culm, but I now offer them to you. You are welcome to one item from my private hoard as thanks. Erlich will accompany you, of course. His spear may come in handy along the way. Goodbye.
Another day in the sun.
Well, here we are. It's time to get started. And by that I mean I'm supposed to kill you, here, away from the eyes of the refugees. As you've probably guessed, there is no reward. There never was. Kras is probably halfway to Rathir by now. Never trust nobles, my friend, even false ones. Now, I'm not in the mood for killing at the moment, but orders are orders. I suppose you're right. He never did treat me well, tricky fellow. You know what? You go and give him a scare. Bloated fool deserves it.
Avoid the gates.
Hello there.
The road has been long for you, my friend. You wear the dust of a job well done. I thank you. The people of the Tuili coast, thank you. I have seen much savagery on the eastern shores. May it stay there, where blood fills the boots of the fallen. We all do our part. You have done yours. Stay vigilant.
May I help you? Where did you hear that name? The man you speak of is dead, and all of his wealth has died with him. I told you, I don't know the man. Enough. You're persistent. I understand. What do you want? I want no part of that old life. Not the gold, not the reputation, not the worry. I made that false grave because I was tired of people hounding me for salvation. Wish to know where my money is? I'll tell you. It's gone. All gone. All I have left are my family rings. I just want to be left alone. To start over. Can't you appreciate that? Please, show me some mercy. So it's blackmail then? My new life is worth more than any jewelry. You should learn that now, lest they try to put a knife in your back. Goodbye.
Damn refugees.
I'm just about ready to give up. Tell me, have you heard any news of Britt Hagney or his final resting place? Great Mitharu! You're even more dazzling than I dared hope. You could have kept them, but you didn't. You are a friend of the Forsaken Plain refugees, and to me. Please, it is paltry, but accept this as thanks. May the Authority watch over you all of your days.
Yes?
You? How in the... Erlich, that turncoat. I never should have trusted a liar to commit murder. That's what murderers are for. What do you want? Of course I did. I'm not the Lord of Dolve-Arn. I'm not even from the Tuili coast. But what does it matter? I only did what I had to do. Don't we all? The Rathir authorities don't have to know. Keep this quiet and let me sail with this galley, and you can have the gold I received for the treasures of Koln. I am a man of my word. Most of the time. No! You wretch! You will rue the day you betrayed Kras. Do you hear me? Come back.
How would Ryan say? You're accepted here to this key. The Forsaken Plains contract. Takes a particular sort to pull a ring out of a grave like that. Here's your pay. Wait, have you washed your hands? Goodbye.
those Varani want to swindle me. I can't charge 5 gold a hand for this.
Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels. Every serious student shops at Leogriff's. Lyria's light guide you.
City Watch, be on your way.
The amphora is full? Good. I will hold that for now. So you have seen what Baal-Atiran saw, and walked where she walked. Now hear what our prophetess taught. From the frozen north, she led our forebears across the plains to Snowmelt Pass. There she promised all a place. And then they came to the pools of Gallifore Plain, where she taught that Lyria's grace is like the waters all around. From there, they continued east until they stood upon the bluffs and saw this spire. There, Tyrion taught us of the 3 gifts. Now you know what you need to know. You are ready for the second task. It is service. Each seeking the Orison must serve Lyria among her people. For you, there is a man named Nur in the lower tunnels. Day and night he profanes the name of Lyria with falsehoods. Discredit his words before the ears of my children. Drive him away from there. To do this, you must rely on the teachings of the Sojourn. Shall I repeat them for you now? Good. Go then, and do Lyria's work. Yes. Go to where he preaches lies in the lower tunnels of this city. Challenge him. Prove him false. Shame him and drive him away. I think the lessons of the Sojourn will help you in this. Do you wish to hear them again? Good. Go then, and do Lyria's work. If you fail at first, persist.
Praise Lyria, goddess of magic, fate, and mystery.
Every morning.
Welcome to our temple. More than one! Oh, truly, Lyria's fortune shines upon you. Take this as a token of her gratitude. So long.
The City Watch never rests. Keep the peace.
Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
Oh, thought you were the watch.
Well, outsider, buy or sell?
Oh, thought you were the what?
A human more loved by Lyria than us? Tell me then, does Lyria not love those above more than she loves us? Why else would she put the fortunate upon the spire with her temple and cast us down here in the dark? A poet then? Student of history? Lucky you, to have such fine books to steal your thoughts from. If you're so clever, then tell me, are we not fated? Did Lyria not place us down here by design? What do I? Why, you thick-skulled Uruk, you petty snot-nosed. Look at what they do. They trick you, they... Forgive me, my friends, but you do not deny it, then? You admit that Lyria gave us our lot, gave us nothing but these dank caves and a few meager coins? What? Child's nonsense. Boulder all for empty heads. Why are you all looking at me that way? Surely you don't believe in such lies. And if they are true, you are still here. Bah! You are all sheep. Cling to your goddess, then. You are caged sheep. Keep to your pens.
Wow, you're fearsome. I heard it was Captain Talabor. Wow, you're fearsome.
Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
Stand aside. Mind your step.
Word has come to me of your service. You defended our faith and Rathia's image admirably. You have reached the final task. It is not far off. In fact, it is standing before me at this very moment. It is the giving, and you give it of yourself. When you are ready, tell me so. Do you know, there was a grain of truth and a grain of deceit in his ravings. Lyria does lift some up and cast some down. But a powerful woman may die heartbroken in a ditch, and the humblest sparrow may one day sit upon a throne. The sparrows are rag pickers and dwell in the lowest of the tunnels. Still, Lyria loves them too, perhaps most of all. First, you must choose. Give of yourself the wisdom you have gained, or give a magic gem of the highest water, or given gold, a sum of great worth. Do you understand? Does it seem low or petty to you? Magic is the current of power in our world. Gold is a sort of magic in the minds of mortals. Of course, it takes a great deal in Lyria's eyes to equal the worth of the other two. Excellent. Tell me, which do you choose? Then by Lyria's light and Tyrion's teaching, I, priestess of this temple, receive your gift and conclude your orison. You have walked the path of our ancestors, spoken the words of our prophets, and given truly of yourself. Lyria guard you, Lyria guide you, and may her blessing be upon you. You have seen for yourself. Many in Rithia perform the rite, once, maybe twice in a lifetime. The work is hard, but the aura is slow to fade. You have done well. Be proud.
Lyria bless and protect you.
It was then that Issa brought forth the talisman of fate and entered the marsh. This craven arena, a place of life and death. The winds carried the songs of the dying. The mire sucked the bones of armies below the sea loam. And the mist shielded the eyes of your ancestors from the horror as the two armies clashed.
I smell steam there.
Hail, Wanderer. Hello. What may Durant Alagus do for you? Trading goods in Melaglir is just a necessity for me. I've always wanted to travel and study the esoteric elements of alchemy. But alas, where can one find time for such pursuits? This land is old, my friend. Old indeed. Used to be that the lords of the Alfar ruled over much of the Arathel from the keep to the east of here. But time brings change, I suppose. Now it's just the keep and this village. Melaglir was never a particularly bustling town. But with the recent disappearances and the Tuatha Raiders nearby, few visitors come here anymore. It makes me sad.
The thrice-crowned king, the bandit prince of Melaglir. He forged from blood a sword of...
Greetings. If you don't mind, I prefer to be left alone with my thoughts. Between the Tuatha invading in the east and the bandits marauding in the west, it seems that death is making a home of Candrian. 211 years I've called this place my home. It was once a peaceful town, but lately peace seems to be in short supply. You wish to know of me? I once owned a shop where I sold trinkets to passers-by. Then my wife was taken. Now I spend my days in the Raven, watching people, waiting to die.
Hail, wanderer! What'll it be? Is that so? Let's take a look. That bastard! He murders my dear sister Jera in cold blood, then waits 30 years and thinks a note will make everything right. You tell Durfel that if I ever see him again, I'm going to gut him. You'd better run along now, and don't forget to tell Durfel that I'll be looking for him. Mel Aglear'd be nothing but a cinder too, if we weren't a quick march from Lord Candrian's keep. I suppose his lordship could live with letting his people die, but not if he could hear them screaming while it happened. Been running the inn here in Mel Aglear all my life. My father was proprietor before me, and his father before him. Used to be we could count on travellers passing through here every week, but now we're lucky to have any visitors at all. We have the finest accommodations in Arathal. Would you like to rent a room? Excellent. The room is on the first floor to your right as you enter the inn. Your room is on the first floor, on your right as you enter the inn.
Good day. You're not from around. I am Eli Thames, and I could use your help with a delicate task. Lord Candrian wears a large ceremonial signet ring. He removes it only to sleep. I need you to go to Candrian Keep and steal it. Ever since Indre Candrian became Lord, the Candrian Guard have not left the area around his keep. The Tuatha are raiding the Candrian coast, entirely unchecked, and this gravely worries the citizens of Rathir. We wish to inspire Lord Candrian to leave his keep and drive the Tuatha back into the sea, and the ring is the first step. Excellent. I'm told that Lord Candrian keeps it in his bedroom in Candrian Keep. Obtain the ring and return to me for another task. Lord Candrian keeps the ring in his bedroom in Candrian Keep. Durant runs the general store here in Mel Aglear. He's a bit off, but he's said to have a singular knowledge of the arcane. Why, I am but a humble agent of change, endeavoring to be in the right place at the right time. Candrian was once the safest region in all of Arathel. No one dared to challenge the Candrian Guard. Now, with the Tuatha raiding up and down the coast, the Guard do nothing but protect Lord Candrian as he cowers in his keep. The keep is in the southeast corner of Candrian, supposed to be impenetrable when it's sealed, but I've heard rumors that one could sneak inside through a cavern below it. Inre Candrian became Lord just before the Crystal War began. When the Tuatha invaded, he retreated to his keep and refused to come out. Left all Candrian to die just to save himself and his precious family name. I'd heard it was a quiet town, but now I hear whispers of people mysteriously disappearing during the night. I haven't left the inn since I arrived. Rathir is the great city of the Dockelfar, up the coast a ways. It's old and beautiful, but don't hold a candle to Odessa if you ask me. Farewell.
Welcome to Melaglir, the worst place you'd ever want to be stuck. Trust me. What do I know of war? I've got my own struggles to overcome. I wish the Alfar victory, but it's not as if I will see any gain from their triumphs. Ha! Melaglir. There are Tuatha about. The local lord cowers in his keep and seeds of unrest everywhere. Take me with you when you leave, will you? I'm a healer. Been stuck here for what seems like an eternity. I've been mending bones and curing sicknesses in exchange for farmers' foodstuffs.
Greetings. Good evening. Durant Alagus runs the general store. Kind of a strange fellow. Good evening. Hello. What made Durant Alagus do... for you?